188, Heron Bay, Zerlot Road, all the way to once you get to Alabama Port. This is 193 right along the bay here. This is our main focus area for thunderstorms that are going on at this moment. This tornado warning continues over the next little bit until 7:45 p.m. as this possible tornado moves north with the strongest thunderstorm that we have in our area at this moment. So that's the deal with our tornado warning going on right now in southeastern Mobile County. I'm going to switch the picture a little bit. We're going to zoom out, kind of give some context for those that are joining us right now on air, let you know what's going on elsewhere with our severe weather threat for today, this evening and tonight. So here's the big picture. And right now you see, if you're in northwest Florida, Escambia County, Alabama, Conecuh, Monroe, Clark, Washington, and all of our Mississippi counties, right now your weather is quiet. Most of Baldwin County, your weather is quiet at this moment. We will be watching any of the little showers that are developing if they could organize and become something stronger like a severe thunderstorm. But our main focus right now is in southern Mobile County, where you see this thunderstorm right here. We do have a tornado warning that has been issued. So if you're along the eastern shore, you're getting some rain right now, also some lightning. The eastern shore of Mobile Bay, this is not associated with the tornado warning. If you're in Fairhope, Montrose, Daphne, this is not associated with the tornado warning. The tornado warning is off to your south and off to your west there. That's on the western side of Mobile Bay. If you're along the eastern shore, heavy rain happening right now. We have an update to the tornado warning. Once again, our tornado warning, the reason we are here right now live on Fox 10 News giving you the updates is because we have tornado warning that has been issued for far southeastern Mobile County, including the communities of Alabama Port. Checking out some of the debris tracker and velocity products just to see what's going on here. Again, it does look like we have some areas that could be possible rotation here. You see this little small area where we have red and green that is right next to each other here. It is possible, and this is a little bit of a noisy picture, but it's possible that any of these little areas that we see that develop in this overall circulation could be a brief, short-lived tornado. That is why we are encouraging you to go ahead and seek shelter if you are in Alabama Port, the Heron Bay community near Heron Loop Road. Again, this is a very slow-moving storm right now. The actual circulation is relatively slow-moving, so we're kind of able to sit on this for a little while. Bellingrath Road, 188 again, and then 193 right along the western shore of Mobile Bay. This map that's showing right now is the highlighted area for where the storm is going. Zerlot Road, Bellingrath Road right here, Deschamps, Rock Road, the far eastern end of Rock Road once you get to Bellingrath Road as well. Some of the places that are included in where this warning has been issued. So that's the deal right now with our tornado warning that is for far south, southern and eastern Mobile County. The tornado warning does not include Dauphin Island, by the way. We have some rough conditions going on in Dauphin Island right now. We've been checking in on our live camera where we've had some very, very windy conditions out there as we get a new scan in here. And check out the new scan real quick. But you can see that we have strong winds going on. See all these bright red colors, strong winds going on in far southeastern Mobile County. And we're looking at this broad rotation here, which now looks to be maybe have shifted more over the bay here. Still with that in mind, we have to kind of honor the polygon here. Alabama Port with some of the heaviest conditions right now. We want you to be in an interior room. This is a look at our Dauphin Island camera behind me here. You can see the frequent lightning happening there along with very frequent lightning, and we've been tracking some gusty winds there as well with some of the flags. We can see that happening. Looks like some wind in the trees there as well. An impressive shot there. Actually, could we see that Dauphin Island camera full? I would like to actually see what's going on because it does look like we can see some kind of structure there on the Dauphin Island camera. I'm trying to figure out where that's pointed as well. It does look like, I kind of have to see a bigger picture of that. There we go. It looks like that is pointed off to the north in direction of the storm. So this is great. We have a view right now of the storm from our Dauphin Island camera. Again, the actual rotation located kind of just offshore there off the western shore of Mobile Bay near Alabama Port. And you can see the frequent lightning happening with this thing. This is the area of the thunderstorm that we're watching for rotation. It is why we are on for the tornado warning that has been issued. It almost looks like you see a lowering there. That might just be some structure around the overall thunderstorm, but still, a spooky looking thunderstorm there, and definitely a dangerous thunderstorm producing very strong winds and extremely frequent lightning right now in southeastern Mobile County. So that is the deal once again. I'm going to keep an eye on that camera over the next little bit here. But southeastern Mobile County, once again, Alabama Port, just to the east of Coden. If you're in Coden right now, you're kind of on the edge of this warning. I want you to go ahead, be in an interior room just to be safe. But you are on the edge of the warning. You're kind of on the edge of the worst conditions right now. You're probably getting a lot of lightning. It's Alabama Port that we're focusing on right now, 193, just north of the Dauphin Island Bridge. Right now, this camera is on the east end of Dauphin Island, looking off to the north and maybe kind of north-northwest there, giving us a really good picture of what's going on. This very, very strong thunderstorm kind of located over the bay and along the western shore of the bay as well. This thing is going to be moving off to the north over the next little bit here. Once again, we're here. We're live with our tornado warning that has been issued. This will continue until 7:45 here, so quite a while to go with this tornado warning. A slow-moving storm producing a prolific amount of lightning right now along the western shore of Mobile Bay. Also, very gusty winds happening now near Alabama Port. Looking off to the north and switching to reflectivity, I want to get you an update on what is going on with everything that is going on there. Just checking some updates there on my phone as well. So this is the main batch of heavy rain with our thunderstorm located across the bay right now. This is eastern Mobile County, Irvington, points south of the Theodore Dawes exit there, points south of Interstate 10, seeing some heavy rain. The tornado warning is just located off to the south here. Fairhope, Daphne, all the way to Loxley, seeing some heavy rain right now, some frequent lightning. That is not directly with the tornado warning. The tornado warning is off to the south and west of you in Fairhope, Point Clear, and Montrose and Daphne there. This thing is moving off to the north and to the east here very slowly, with lots of lightning being produced at this time. Once again, we've been focusing on the main points, the main area that is being impacted right now: Alabama Port, Bellingrath Gardens near that area, Bellingrath Road, the southern end of Bellingrath Road, Alabama 193 along the western shore of Mobile Bay. Going to try to check in on things now. As you can see, we're still looking at our live camera. This is our live camera located on Dauphin Island. That looks rather interesting. Can we take that full real quick? It looks like we are, because we have so much frequent lightning here, we are actually able to see some storm structure. And you can actually see these very scary looking clouds that you see, these kind of lowerings there. We have a rotating storm now over the western part of the bay, and you can see some very interesting clouds and also the very heavy rain that is going on there. It just looks like some low-hanging clouds there, not really anything. I'm not seeing any motion with that there from a Dauphin Island camera. Again, this is on the east end of Dauphin Island looking north. But again, our main impact zone right now is in southeastern Mobile County, near Alabama Port, near that Dauphin Island Bridge, the north end of Dauphin Island Bridge. That is where we have the worst of the weather right now in our possible tornado. I will mention that this storm is rather large, and we have some rough conditions going on with the frequent lightning that you see there in that picture across places like Bayou La Battery, all the way up to Hollinger's Island, all the way up to Interstate 10 in Mobile County, places like Irvington. Grand Bay, you're dry right now, but the storm is just off to your east there. Also in the middle of the bay, Middle Bay Lighthouse, seeing some of the rain there as well. So you can see that look from Mobile Bay there, just off to the north. You do see what's going on there with our heavy rain falling, with our rotating thunderstorm that has prompted a tornado warning. And this tornado warning does continue over the next little bit. Let's zoom on in real quick, inspect the storm once again now that we have some new data in and some new scans as well. We're looking at the velocity product, looking at the wind associated with this storm. We see a broad rotation here across portions of western Mobile Bay in the far southeastern corner of Mobile County, not including Dauphin Island. This Alabama Port community here along 193, that is where we're focusing in on our threat for a possible tornado. We have broad rotation going on right now. It does not look like there's a tornado at this very second, but at any moment with this broad rotation, with this thunderstorm, with this environment that we have in place, we could see a tornado drop or a waterspout drop at any moment. We're keeping an eye on our live camera from Dauphin Island there. We've got a great view of this storm overall. Lots of frequent lightning, lots of heavy wind going on just to the east of Coden here on the southern part of southeastern Mobile County here, south of Bellingrath Road there. Quick note from the National Weather Service in Mobile. It does appear that we have a push of wind overall going into the bay. You can kind of see this here with the overall rotation of the storm. It's a very strong wind now pushing over this part, the western portion of the bay, and southeastern Mobile County as well, where this polygon of the tornado warning is issued. Just to let you know who's in, who's out at this point. If you are in Code N, you have been trimmed out of the warning. Bellingrath Road has actually been trimmed out of the warning as well. I want to say that clearly. Bellingrath Road itself, Fowl River has been trimmed out of the warning. Then we look off to the north along 193 Smithport, Dauphin Island Parkway here. The northern end of Dauphin Island Parkway is not in the warning as well. This is a very limited warning along the western shore of Mobile Bay. As you can see, 193 points south to get you some of the roads that are still included in this. Some of those local roads. Dale Shamps Road points south. Day Springs Road points south as well, all the way down to the intersection of Alabama Port and Alabama 193, 188 there. That is kind of our main focus area. Look at this on the new scan, some very heavy wind going on there in this area. But right now, at this very moment, it does not look like we have an imminent tornado threat with this thing. We're going to stay with you on air, of course, until this warning expires, just to make sure it is completely covered. Again, we have lots of lightning going on here in southern Mobile County, southwestern Mobile Bay here, with this thunderstorm, broad rotation there. Still keeping an eye on things right now. Take a look at the Fairhope camera right now. You can actually see some very tough lightning going on. Again, we're at the Fairhope camera looking off to the north there, or kind of off to the west, I should say. You can see frequent lightning happening there. All the action that's going on at Fairhope right now is not severe at this moment. It's just a really tough thunderstorm that is going on at this moment. So again, looking at the reflectivity and kind of resetting, I'll give an update for folks that are outside of this warning. We do still have a severe weather threat that is happening later on today. You see our main squall line that is just off to the west here. It's going to take some time for that to move into here, but around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it starts to enter our western portions of our area. We have light rain showers going on, southern Washington County, southern Clark County, south of Jackson there, along Highway 45, 43, all the way down to Mobile. Light rain is falling. Also northern Mobile or northern Baldwin County from places like Bay Minette all the way to Atmore as well in Escambia County. Bruton seeing some light rain. All of that is non-severe at this moment. Our main thunderstorm is located essentially right now over the bay and is moving off to the north and east very slowly, producing very prolific lightning. Of course, a lot of people dealing with a very rowdy storm right now, especially if you are in southeastern Mobile County. That is where the focus of this storm is. Focusing in off to the west again, we do have a main event of severe weather that will happen later on today. You see our main line of thunderstorms. All of these red boxes are tornado warnings. This is off to our west, off to the west of Highway 59, off to the west of Hattiesburg. This line will be rolling its way towards us later on this evening. By the time we're on at 9 o'clock tonight for Fox 10 News, we'll be starting to see this thing move on in here, and we'll be covering it as we could have severe weather embedded in this. You see all the warnings that are there right now. Severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings may be issued. We could have tornadoes, damaging winds, and even some hail here in the line, but the main threats being tornadoes and damaging winds. Right now, we are focusing in our local area where we do have a tornado warning that has been issued for a very small portion of southeastern Mobile County, and it looks like, based on some of the latest data, that this thing is starting to move over the bay. And we still have the tiniest of tornado warning polygons along the western portion of 193 there, western portion of Mobile Bay, right along 193 there. Looks like the main part of the storm is just over the bay. Again, check out on a couple of things. I'm going to leave this radar picture up again. If you are in along 193, the western shore of Mobile Bay, we want you to be in an interior room because you are in that tornado warning. You have some strong winds going on right now, along with frequent lightning, just not good conditions to be next to a window. You want to be inside an interior room. That is the best thing to do during a tornado warning, even though the circulation is broad and mostly moving over the bay at this moment. I'm going to kind of switch sources here. I do want to check in. We are live on Facebook Live right now. I do want to check in at some of the comments here. I'm going to swap over to Facebook Live on my computer just so I can kind of see what's going on. If you are watching on TV, we are also live on Facebook Live, so you can actually see where this is going. Answering some of the questions about the difference between a watch and a warning. Right now, we have a tornado warning that has been issued for Mobile County. We had on radar reason to believe that there was strong enough circulation to produce a tornado and that threat was imminent. Therefore, the National Weather Service decided to issue a tornado warning. Now that warning has been expired. And now the severe thunderstorm warning is expired as well. But the difference between that and the watch, we do have a watch that's out for the entire area right now. That means that you need to keep an eye out for the overall conditions. Nothing is imminent, but to keep an eye on the conditions. Meanwhile, the warning itself was issued for this as there was an imminent threat for the tornado, possible tornado, as it moved near the Dauphin Island, northern end of the Dauphin Island Bridge. So we have no warning active right now. At this moment, we're going to get off of air. We're going to continue our live stream on Facebook just to keep you updated. I want to quickly mention before we go out that we will be watching Baldwin County for the possibility of this storm moving into Baldwin County later on and possibly creating some rough conditions as well on the eastern shore. We're going to be live on Facebook really shortly, and we'll get you updates on that. But for now, right here, Fox 10 Storm Tracker Center, I'm meteorologist Nicholas Serboso.